There were a handful of sort of important new technologies. One is just getting microprocessors going there. The other one is the way that people used to control dimmers is with a big bundle of fat wires, and I was convinced it should be possible to get a single serial connection. And that actually turned out to be one of the big selling points for the whole operation, and especially for mobile operations, being able to bring one wire and then have the signals fan out to the dimmers locally. And so that was actually an application of the physics courses we had, where they talked about transmission line theory.
Pulses and cables.
Yeah, so we actually got to apply the physics that we were learning at that time to make the serial line actually work.
It was also interesting because when we eventually sold the MegaQ product, we were going to manufacture the guts to a company called Berkey Colortran. They built the big manual fader wing on top of it. They put a 1-foot cable. This single cable was only 1 foot long. They didn't want to admit that there was one wire inside of this that could cause the whole system to go down, because the industry wasn't ready for that. So it was a couple of years before they got the confidence you could remove that other panel or the computer panel, but they really didn't advertise this because they were afraid the world wasn't ready for it.
Which really took away some of the value Bill was just talking about, because you could take our prototype, which was only about that big, and you could put it in the third row of the house and run one wire over to where the dimmers were, where there was this other box that fanned out all the signals, and you could set up the whole thing and work on it and dress rehearse and whatever, and then move it over somewhere else to run the show. And it was very easy to do that. And the thing that they built took 4 people to carry, and you couldn't put it in the house, and it just got rid of all of that. And in terms of being able to cut one wire and disconnect things, yeah, it was true before you had to cut a bundle like this, which would take you half an hour with an axe. But one of the nice things about one wire is it's easy to have 2 of them, and then you could have redundancy.
But come on, in anything you make, you can find one wire that will kill it. So it was just this, the industry really wasn't ready for it. And this continues on through, but that serial digital line eventually evolved through Colortran. Once we broke up with them, they enhanced the protocol a little bit. Then there was a meeting where that became the industry standard. Their protocol enhanced a little more, became the industry standard called DMX, which is just universal.